We back with another reaction. What's good? Yo, all right. So it's seeming like we're moving into the direction where we might be getting around too. And after the beef was over, I thought, well, the beef isn't over, but after the diss records stopped coming out consistently, I was kind of like, okay, we had a run. We got a lot of really good music on both sides. I think a lot of music went underappreciated on both sides because of the quick succession in which we got the music. A lot of us had to go back. I had to go back and I had to re-listen to tracks and reevaluate what I thought about them. What up, Doc Seuss? I had to reevaluate what I thought about the songs. I had to reevaluate everything, like a lot of y'all. But now it seems like it's heating up, man. Drake has been dropping a lot of new music. He dropped "It's Up," which I thought was dope. Thought a lot of different things that people thought were Kendrick disses and that. And then we had some other tracks I didn't really care for. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then we had what's the last one we just had? Damn, I can't ever remember. I could always hear Circadian Rhythm and SOD, but I can't. No Face. No Face to me is probably the best song we've gotten since like Family Matters. It got to be the best song we've gotten since Family Matters. No Face is fire. No Face was dope. No Face was dope. So we got a reaction video today. We're watching the homie Fantastic Hip Hop, who is basically like the damn CNN of this whole Drake beef. If I look at his channel, bro, most of it, as of recently, has been Drake and Kendrick. So he's doing a great job laying this out for us. So y'all know I'm gonna hit the like button on this video. Hey, I'm gonna let y'all know, we tagged Drake in this video. We tagged Drake in this video. If he ain't busy and he pull up to the stream, y'all just let me know if y'all see him in the chat. But let's get it, chat. How Drake just started round 2 with Kendrick Lamar. And some of the things that were said in those songs, I was kind of like, maybe, and then I'm kind of like, maybe it is. So I just needed him to come out and just say round 2 is on. Now we did see the Instagram video where the homie said, we will win round 2. So let's get it, man. Let's jump in. What's Luke saying? It's a good song musically speaking, but not what is needed after that. Not Like Us. It's gonna be hard. It's like pre Not Like Us and post Not Like Us. So I feel like we kind of gotta. I don't know. But I'm excited to see what's going on. Make sure you guys double tap the screen and hit that like button. We are 3 minutes in. Let me get to the work. Let's get to it.
Having a busy weekend where he dropped off 3 new tracks as part of his 100 gigs collection and then proceeded to add even more footage of him creating some of his most iconic albums to the 100 gigs website to make people remember the good old days when he was actually beloved by the near entirety of the hip-hop world.
Now, this piece. Now, last time I didn't really get a chance. I didn't get a chance. I only listened to the music. I didn't watch a lot of the different footage that he had of like writing the tracks and recording the tracks. Now this time I actually had an opportunity. I went through and I listened and watched a lot of this. And I think what Drake was trying to do with that was just let y'all know I've been doing this for a long time. I've been writing for other people. I've been recording my own music, which I can respect. It's still not going to really outshine. It's really not going to outshine what has come to light in the sense of all of the different reference tracks and stuff like that. It's a good try, but I still think he's going to have to do a lot more, or maybe even show us a lot more to get past that.
As the videos of Drake had nowhere near the same buzz that the first set of Lost Media did, and the only part of Drake's 3 new songs that really gained any sort of traction were his lyrics that were vaguely alluding to spinning things back on Kendrick Lamar after months of their beef seemingly being over. It seemed like Drake had officially reached a rock bottom in terms of his popularity as an artist and brand, because we have never seen people just care less about what he was doing. But now,
two things. He's talking about vaguely, the vaguely alluding to Kendrick stuff. Like, that's the kind of stuff where I was like, it could be, it couldn't be. And I think that's one of the things that kind of took me off guard, where I want to hear it more aligned like this, I'm talking to you. Now, my homie Fantastic Hip Hop just said something else too. Like, it was honestly, I think that was Drake's rock bottom. I think the last couple of, I would say maybe like month or two has been Drake's rock bottom. He's never been that low. And I mean, if even as a Drake fan, you have to say that was probably the lowest period in his career, where people could care less about it didn't matter what he was putting out. But I also think Drake used it to his advantage to also put out a lot of stuff that people wasn't really gonna care about anyway. Like Wagwan Delilah, the Sexy Red verse. Like, people wasn't really caring for that anyway. So it's like, y'all already not caring about what I'm doing. Let me throw y'all some BS. As YouTubers, ask yourself how many views y'all get with talking about Drake. Just saying, Drizzy. Hey, Josiah, but I'm not even opposing that. I'm not even opposing that, right? Anything Drake, anything Kendrick, is stuff that people want to see, right? So I don't think it's just the Drake piece either, because minus the Kendrick beef, it would be a normal day. But I think when you add that extra piece of Kendrick beef, then it takes it over. It takes it over the top. What up, Iggy? What up, Av?
Everyone was walking away from all of it.
My bad.
Care less about what he was doing. But now, as everyone was walking away from all of this, Drake has shifted the spotlight back on him and has now gotten the most attention he pretty much has this entire summer after the conclusion of the Kendrick beef, as on his burner Instagram account Plot Twist that has been set up to try and make him look like he has never been better following the Kendrick beef, and that has been alluding to something much greater that will be coming. After non-stop spam of some of the most annoying and most laughable attempts at trying to look deep for weeks, Drake has finally made a successful move with this account that has grabbed people's attention, as by posting a video of former Detroit Pistons basketball player Rasheed Wallace, where he said, "Y'all put it on the front page, back page, middle of the page. We will win game 2. Drake has hinted to the fact that he is going to be dropping more diss tracks aimed at Kendrick very soon. And now, to add context to this clip, as Wallace said this after the Pistons lost Game 1 in the second round of the 2004 NBA playoffs against the Indiana Pacers, and the Pistons of course went on to defeat the one-seeded Pacers 4-2 in the series, and then went on to be one of the most star-studded teams of all time in the finals with the LA Lakers in just 5 games. There is a lot loaded into this Drake Instagram story, and it is revealing to us more about what is up his sleeve than any of his features or new songs had.
All right, so my question, what's good, crew? What up, Iggy? My question would be, will it be enough? That's my only question, is will it be enough? Because I feel like it's not like a fall from grace. It's like he didn't get, it's like he literally got knocked out. He took a knockout. Like stiff leg in a corner knockout, if y'all know what I'm saying. He took one of them type of knockouts. So if he then comes back and wins round 2, well, I will say this, it'll be enough for everyone who already loves Drake. Will he gain fans back from the people who heard all of the rumors of PDF file downloader and all of that? You know what I'm saying? Because people on my videos, I said something nice about Drake and said, yo, this is one of the best songs I've heard talking about No Face since Family Matters. And yo, was like, I'm had to delete the comments. They're like, bro, you out here D-riding a PDF file. I'm like, what? I just said I like the song. I say I hate the song. Drake fans get on me. I say I like the song. The other side says, you D-riding a PDF file. I'm like, y'all, it's insane. So I'm wondering if it's gonna be enough. I just wonder if it's gonna be enough. That's my only question.
And considering the state of hip-hop right now, as using Rasheed Wallace, the Pistons, and this clip as a mouthpiece for him, Drake is labeling himself as the underdog right now, as this team of course went on to pull off one of the greatest upsets in all of sports this century, as they defeated a Lakers team with Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, and multiple other Hall of Famers. And Drake isn't just doing this to show the road that may be ahead of him and the odds that are against him. Although even looking at this logic,
is Drake an underdog? I think it's crazy to see Drake as an underdog. I think Kendrick is still the underdog. I've never seen it where a championship team takes an L, comes back, and is still the favorite. Am I saying that right? I feel that way about. I think Drake is still the favorite numbers wise. I think Drake is still the favorite. I don't see him as an underdog at all, bro. Not at all. Not at all. It's like Thanos, snap his fingers, put the right song out, and it's all back to normal.
With Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, and multiple other Hall of Famers. And Drake isn't just doing this to show the road that may be ahead of him and the odds that are against him. Although even looking at this logic, I will note that months ago, all of the major players in hip-hop media had Drake as the clear favorite in this beef, despite what listeners thought. But in the greater sense, by picking this clip in this moment, and knowing that the Lakers and Kobe Bryant were defeated, which are of course the team that represents where Kendrick is from, and Kobe is a guy who Kendrick has been compared to time and time again, Drake is trying to line up these two storylines and spread fear by doing this. And now while Drake is blowing up the rap world once again by letting everyone know that he is not done with releasing music towards Kendrick. Although again,
that is deep. That is deep. Talking about how if you just going off of that, I don't, and I love fantastic hip hop. Let me just say that. I don't necessarily think that clip is going that far down the line into Detroit went on to then beat LA. I think it's just we coming back strong. We're gonna win round 2. I don't know if it's you got to hit that again. You got to hit that again.
The Lakers and Kobe as the clear favorite in this beef, despite what listeners thought. But in the greater sense, by picking this clip in this moment, and knowing that the Lakers and Kobe Bryant were defeated, which are of course the team that represents where Kendrick is from, and Kobe is a guy who Kendrick has been compared to time and time again, Drake is trying to line up these two storylines and spread fear by doing this. And now while Drake is blowing up the rap world once again by letting everyone know that he is not done with releasing music towards Kendrick, although again it is important to note that he did say he was on the Hard Part 6 initially. While everyone is speculating on what this can mean for Drake and the entirety of the rap game, we already gotten rumblings from Kendrick Lamar's team about their reaction to this, and the sneak disses Drake threw out on a track like No Face, as despite Drake hyping this moment up, and then people pushing Kendrick to just stomp on Drake again before he can even get out of his own way and seemingly get to this moment that he...
Even when Drake said, and he dropped a bar, make sure you guys hit that like button too, man, if you guys don't mind double tapping the screen. A lot more comments in this video that I'm trying to get to too. When he dropped the bar and said, they emptied the clip, I came back reloaded. That really made me think, bro. It really made me think about Kendrick in a sense. At this point, I can't deny anything, any possibility or any sort of, I can't deny what Kendrick can do. But it did semi seem like the clip is empty, bro. Like I got nothing else. But we are forgetting that there was supposed to be like 5 more Kendrick tracks. He's supposed to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. We gotta believe him when he say that at this point. Because at one point it was like Kendrick ain't got nothing to drop. Then he dropped the hammer. So I don't know. Comments real quick. Dope ain't nothing. Drake can do bounce back. He has his loyal fans. Drake is an underdog in his rap beef for sure. That's the reason it could work. Because he's the underdog now, and let's be serious, Kendrick didn't even win because of his talent. He won because Drake is hated by so many in the beginning. Let me know what y'all think about that on the playback. That comment right there. Let me know what y'all think about that on the playback. Either it's Drake haters or K-Dot meat riders. But when it's all said and done, he's been running the game last decade or two. Hurts people ego and jealousy, a crazy thing. Drake won already. He gave all these bums #1 songs. The PDF file slander needs to stop. Y'all judge him like y'all know him like that. Broke ninja-ish. Y'all just fans to commercial music. Let me know what y'all feel about that one. What up, Funyo? I truly dislike when people bring up numbers. Drake drops consistently, I'll give him that, but that doesn't make him a better artist. If he drops 100 plus times a year, of course your numbers will be high. All comments. Let me know what you guys think about those comments in the playback. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm gonna try to respond to as many as possible. Kendrick had the whole country mobbing out to Not Like Us. Live on Amazon. Drake can't do that, or Drake didn't do that. All great comments.
He is hyping up his game too. A friend of Kendrick, Eurolux, said that after fans were hyping up that if Drake wants this matchup, which as Kendrick alluded to on Not Like Us, that he indeed does have more tracks in stock and will be ready to stomp.
I just said that.
Euro said about this entire situation and Kendrick's next move. In response to what Drake said, "Nah, we leaving the Canadian alone. Everybody just working at this moment, so just stay tuned." And now with this, well, based on everything in the Kendrick camp and comments like these, it does seem somewhat vague about what their plans actually are, as the camp is still alluding to the fact that something is coming very soon. What is clear from this is that Team Kendrick is not going to be running out because of a few sneak disses or an IG story and get ready for another chapter of...
Right, so Ack just said recently, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, that Kendrick has new music coming. DJ Head, Kendrick's DJ, jumped out the window and said, "Nah, that ain't it." Ack then replies, I don't know if it was 2 days ago, but a couple days ago. Ack then replies, "Bro, I'm the greatest at this. Just because I don't talk to the artist doesn't mean I don't know." Now, just because Kendrick has music dropping, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's anything. If it doesn't mean that it's anything Drake related. I almost feel like Kendrick is maybe just waiting on Drake to say something, to do something else before he jumps out. Because I can't see this man wasting that much time putting out a whole album and having like 2 or 3 disses on there. That's not stuff that we already heard. So I don't know. Comments real quick. Excuse me, Wallace, the dude in this clip, lost game 1 in the East Conference Finals and kept saying they were going to win game 2. He admitting to the loss. Kendrick had to do a T record in order to win the battle. Oh, a T record, like spilling the tea, right? Okay, so Kendrick had to do a T record in order to win the battle. He's clearly the better artist rap-wise, but Drake is popularity-wise. Dot would have won off skills alone. I agree. 1,000,000% agree. Off skill alone, yeah. But when we're looking at numbers, which is what a lot of people are equate talent to, is the numbers. He's the numbers king. Nobody's gonna beat him. Drake better call Jay-Z, F around and take 2 L's. Drake haven't finished breakfast. Push. People defended R. Kelly the way people want to skip past Drake's weirdo behavior. Time will tell how Drake defenders loom in the light. That's true. And I'm from Chicago. All right, back to the video.
All-out lyrical dueling, which on one hand...
Double tap the screen, hit that like button. We got 120 million people in here.
And also, aside from what Kendrick has directly done, Drake has been doing any sort of job that they needed to finish for them, by just making himself look worse and worse with every single thing he has done this summer. So now, at this point, what Kendrick is doing just by default is letting Drake control the tempo, because based on his current track record, it somehow gives them better odds of winning, as opposed to even if they decided to do anything, because with all of this motion from Drake, which despite cryptically teasing that he isn't done with Kendrick and that a round 2 was coming, as his reputation has plummeted so low, as we all know, Kendrick, from not just watching the quality of his music reach an all-time low, but from also seeing one of the most powerful brands in all of music's chart potential and streaming numbers decrease exponentially as well. If he really is serious about trying to start a round 2 and wants to release more music and diss tracks aimed at Kendrick is going to be calling his bluff and giving him the lane to do this. But now, as the idea of a round 2 is gaining more and more steam because Drake is getting louder and louder about it, as we are somewhat entering uncharted territory for Drake, as he is going to be calling out Kendrick Lamar again in full force.
Here's my thing, bro.
Question if Drake realizes
round two is probably going to be the most cutthroat, because both of these guys at this point have nothing to lose. Kendrick can't come out a 1-1, can't come out 1-1. He can't win 1 and then lose 1. Drake can't go 0 for 2. So it's like swinging for the fences. So it'll probably turn into that T-style gossip. You did this, you said that, I got this video. I don't know if Kendrick can, I can't say that, bro. I was gonna say, I don't know if Kendrick can muster up the same kind of like boogeyman. Like, he knows your style and what you're gonna do. And this is not a Drake defense. This is just understanding I saw what you did this time. Unless you completely flip the script, I kind of know what to expect. But the same is also true for Kendrick. I don't know. What happened? Funyo, wait. No, Funyo's the homie. Funyo's the homie. Funyo's the homie. Funyo's the homie. We don't gotta clip him, but I appreciate you. There is no round 2. Come on, man. Battle is over. Drake should just leave it be. Kendrick will wrap circles around Drake. I don't think it'll be a T round. You'll actually need skill this time around. Lucero, whenever Drake puts something up, you have to ask yourself if it's him writing it. Now, I've said that in previous videos, and again, the Drake fans will step on my neck and be like, just enjoy the music. And I'm like, I am though. But a part of enjoying the music is enjoying the artist's ability to create that music. So I've been better about just trying to listen to the music for the music. But at the end of the day, it's not a Kendrick fan thing to say, I want to know if he's writing his own music. That's bananas. Let's get into it.
Is the full risk of doubling down on a beef that went just about as bad as it could have for him.
My bad. Hold on, let me go back a little bit.
To start a round 2 and wants to release more music and diss tracks aimed at Kendrick. Kendrick is going to be calling his bluff and giving him the lane to do this. But now, as the idea of a round 2 is gaining more and more steam because Drake is getting louder and louder about it. As we are somewhat entering uncharted territory for Drake, as he is going to be calling out Kendrick Lamar again in full force. You have to sit here and question if Drake realizes the full risk of doubling down on a beef that went just about as bad as it could have for him. Because first off, by doing this, Drake is going to split his brand fully away from being the one-of-a-kind hitmaker and gigantic musical force that can pump out massive moments at such a quick rate like few others ever have been able to, and he is going to be shifting it into becoming the guy who can't get over the fact that he lost to another artist, which in of itself is only going to make him seem bitter and insecure about his own self just because of how vocal he is about doing this.
Here's the one thing I'm going to say. I love fantastic hip-hop. I do. Because I like his style and I like what he does. I don't want it to turn into a biased opinion about everything. Because this video is clearly pro Kendrick. It's clearly pro Kendrick. And I'm trying to come back a little and get right back in the middle. No Diddy. Get right back in the middle and just, now what am I going to get from the both of y'all? You won round 1. Let's start from 0. And now let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes. I think it was one of these parts that kind of just that made me think like that.
A beef that went just about as bad as it could have for him. Because first off, by doing this, Drake is going to split his brand fully away from being the one-of-a-kind hitmaker and gigantic musical force that can pump out massive moments at such a quick rate like few others ever have been able to, and he is going to be shifting it into becoming the guy who can't get over the fact that he lost to another artist, which in of itself is only going to...
But human nature, like, I don't want to say human nature, but like, my nature, if I take an L, I want to get my lick back. I want to get the dub. You're not just gonna beat me in the game of 21 and not run it back. I'm not gonna take an L in Madden and not want to run it back. It's like the rematch clause. Shout out to Priet. It's a rematch clause. Like, bro, all right, bet, check. All right, now I went back to the lab. Let's see where this goes. So that's the part. It's like he shouldn't just get over it, especially if he feels like he can win. I think he should definitely try to fight back. People lose an Uno game. Bro, people lose an Uno game and want to run it back. What's wrong with Drake wanting to run it back? I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all.
He's ever been able to, and he is going to be shifting it into becoming the guy who can't get over the fact that he lost to another artist, which in of itself is only going to make him seem bitter and insecure about his own self just because of how vocal he is about doing this, which then in turn, and this is why I really don't think that Drake is thinking all this through, will only help Kendrick's agendas against him become stronger. Because no matter how Drake responds, he will indirectly build on what Kendrick left off on, which will then only make general audiences remember Drake for all of his weird actions, which made what was thrown out against him stick in the first place even more. And now when you look at all this from this angle, It really seems like something so reckless for the future and longevity of Drake's career and for the dignity of his legacy that it almost reminds you of the foolishness that forever ruined somebody like Ja Rule's reputation following when 50 Cent humiliated him. And now because of all of this...
It's different though. Ja didn't have the skill level to keep it up. But I do agree with that though, where he a fan. Just died down. All of it just died down. The issue is if there's more of that type of stuff that we haven't seen or that we haven't heard, and it comes up again, and it's true or whatever it's almost like, bro, you took the L, which is like some people are saying in the chat, he should just leave it alone. You took the L. You know you got skeletons in your closet. Let's not reopen the closet, bro. Let's not do this again. You know how this is going to end. I can see it. I totally see it.
Stakes never be like Ja Rule's reputation following when 50 Cent humiliated him. And now because of all of this, with the stakes never being higher for Drake, what the tallest order out of this round 2 will be is that because of the hole he has dug himself in, he needs to now accomplish...
I'm being biased for Drake? I don't get it. Bro, I'm in the middle. You are being biased for Drake. Bro, I respect the fact if you're new to the channel. I respect it 1000%. But please go back and watch the videos. If you have time, please go back and watch the videos. Please. I'm not. I'm on both sides. I just said Kendrick is, I said if Kendrick has this, he's got 5 more. If he's got 5 more tracks plus 5, if he's got more information, Drake needs to just chill. I just said that. You down bad, gang.
More than just a regular. Now because of all of this, with the stakes never being higher for Drake, what the tallest order out of this round 2 will be is that because of the hole he has dug himself in, he needs to now accomplish more than just a regular all-time great diss track ever does. Because in order to shift the narratives that have been spun onto him away and make Kendrick look awful, on top of making a record that has all of the prerequisites for a diss track in terms of its top-tier lyricism, it's also going to have to respond now to Not Like Us, which will then also require it to have an infectious instrumental that will allow for mass consumption and repeat listens.
Does it?
And now...
Does it? Does Drake's track have to match Not Like Us? Does Drake's track have to combat Not Like Us? Maybe. And I don't think anything can. At this current point, I don't think anything could really rival Not Like Us. People calling Not Like Us the best diss track ever made. Well, at least the most catchiest diss track ever made. I don't know. I think Drake got new writers to help him. Now he's hype. It has to be better than Not Like Us. It has to be. It has to be. It really does. Do you think these Kendrick diss tracks are up to par with his earlier work? Kendrick diss tracks are up to par with his earlier work. Like his earlier work ain't 9,000 times more fire. It has to be the same or better, right? I think so too.
On top of all of this and making this equation all the more harder, Drake is going to have to now somehow dig up dirt and reveal information about Kendrick that is about as lethal and head-turning as what Pusha T told us about him on the story of Adidon. And now with this all being the bar that is required for Drake not just to make a great song, but for him not to humiliate himself by coming back around for round 2, as he is going to have to make a hit song that is loaded with information that can actually damage the person he is targeting more than just lies could or by calling him short. Just to even get any sort of legitimate respect or momentum back, Drake has a near impossible task to accomplish, and as we have already seen his performance in round 1 of the beef, It's hard to believe that this time around things would be any different, but as Drake has had months to move around and think about new angles to approach Kendrick with, despite everything else we have seen from him,
But
which has
that's the
shown that he
thing.
is
Even what RMS just said, he got new writers. I think he got new writers. He's never going to be able to shake that. He's never going to shake the writer claims ever. So if the track is fire, if it's the most scathing diss track he can possibly come out with, he's not going to lose the freaking badge of you didn't write it. He's just not.
never been worse as an artist and a rapper. Maybe he does have something in store that can actually help him from not being the biggest failure in music, but it does not seem likely. And by Drake doing all this seems like a way for him that well may give him attention and excitement that has been missing from his name with every single thing he has done during this time following the beef. Overall, it is only going to burn out the rest of his career faster than ever, and if all of this goes even half as wrong as the first round of this beef went with Kendrick, I know it sounds crazy to say with the train wreck we have already seen, but Drake would really be pushing his career into a corner that would not just make him seem like one of the biggest sore losers there has ever been, but it will ruin not just the present, but the past and future of his career, as by...
I don't know. Can it get worse? Can it get worse? Can it be any worse than what it already is? That's the thing. That's a major piece to this whole thing. Can it get worse? Will he lose all of his listeners? Will he not be will he not be up 400 million views on Spotify? Will people stop listening to Drake? No, I just don't think it's gonna happen. So he has that on his side where it's like, how much worse can it possibly get? They already think I'm a PDF file. They already think I don't write my raps. Nobody wants to work with me. Can it get any worse than that? Why not swing for the fences? I could come out on top. Can I go lower? I think that's what the narrative is and maybe what he's thinking.
By never being able to escape this one moment, he is going to recontextualize his entire image in the cultural zeitgeist, and as a result is going to stain his image within a light that only somebody like Ja Rule could ever even come close to. And the fact that this is the conversation we are having already says enough about where this is all headed. So now with all this said, let me know, what do you think of Drake getting ready for round 2 with Kendrick, and how do you think this is all gonna go? I can't wait to hear what you have to say, and if you want to see how Drake's new track, No Face, addressed Kendrick Lamar and is teasing what may...
All right, final thoughts. He said, how do I think this is gonna... What did he say? Hold on, let me get it. I want to answer the question.
And the fact that this is the conversation we are having already says enough about where this is all headed. So now with all this said, let me know, what do you think of Drake getting ready for round 2 with Kendrick, and how do you think this is all gonna go?
What do I think of Drake getting ready for round 2 with Kendrick, and how do I think this is gonna go? I think it's a given. I think he has to defend himself and try to get some sort of win on Kendrick. Even if the win is just Kendrick not being able to replicate something like Not Like Us. Bro, if I go against him again and he can't replicate that, that's a win for me. I don't know if it's smart. I don't really know. I don't think it's the smartest thing to do because we've seen what Kendrick is able to do. That I think it would be a win. Dot Chaos, I think it would be a win if we go at it again and he's not able to replicate his success. He's not able to get the same kind of views. He's not able to get the same kind of glow. Like, he's not able to do that. I can keep doing this over and over again. Can he, though? That's why I'm saying this. It could be seen as a win. Comments. Plus, Kendrick didn't create the multiple videos showing Drake being weird. It will get worse. K-Dot creates even bigger anthem. If he creates an if he tops Not Like Us, he's the greatest. And he should be spoken to as the greatest. If he does better than Not Like Us, he's the greatest. Didn't he tell y'all he rap trapping, he's locked in a room? Don't act like Drake can't write and don't write on his own just because they're reference tracks. T-Ski, even though I'm a Kendrick fan, I think Drake should just make his hits and leave this beef alone. Ty, no, losing your listeners haven't happened since Ja Rule. Jay-Z proves that you can lose a battle and keep your listeners. Doc Seuss, I highly doubt Drake will fire a shot at Kendrick ever again. He's going to be RMS. He's going to be ignored and look crazy if he doesn't say Kendrick's name. Amanda, Kendrick really about 10 steps ahead of Drake, and I think it can get worse for Drake. Nelly, plus K-Dot said on Not Like Us, he had 10 more records. That he did. Janae, what could Drake possibly say? Morelia, good morning. What's up, family? Corey, Drake only wins if he can make the public look at Kendrick differently. Ooh, I like that. He tried to with the wife beater things, but I like that. I like that narrative. At this point, all we can do is sit back and watch, and you guys know where you guys can come and watch it. You guys can watch it here. Anything that ever happens, we're gonna try to eat. I'm gonna say this, for the most part, during that entire beef, I was probably the first or second person live every time covering that music. So y'all know I'm gonna drop whatever I'm doing to cover that music and that beef. Do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't done it already. Super close to 16K. We're trying to hit 20,000 subs this year. And like I said in every video, I just appreciate you guys watching. I may not have all the answers. I may not know every single historical point in all of this stuff, but I think I do a really great job of breaking things down, analyzing them, and giving you guys a perspective that you may not even be seeing yourself. And you guys do great at giving me your perspectives, and I take that as well. So make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace, 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 peace. I'm gone.